Welcome to Rush Hour 3. My name is Robo, your host, and today all bots will have their second matches. If you're 2-0 after this episode, you have a pretty good chance of confirming your spot. 1-1, 0-2, you're gonna desperately need being the next episode's Desperado. But let's start off today with a match between a bot that somehow gets lots of rumbles, but all bots are spinners, but very weird. It's Rolly Bloop, our Lord and Savior, versus Kebab versus Sheer Void. Sheer Void is made by Neon Calypso. It is a horizontal spinner similar to Small Disk Energy. Its strength is wheels are protected by that massive spinner. Weakness is it doesn't get much bite, and the spin up is slow, and the wheels are frail. Next up, it's Kebab by Sky. It is a 45-degree horizontal spinner, or an angled spinner. Its strength is that weapon protects its entire body. Weakness is when it turns, it might gyro, and we saw in its first match that weapon does not like spinning back up. Finally, it's Rolly Bloop by Cutie Patootie. It is a drum spinner. Its strength is you can't really hit the main chassis. Weakness is it can't self-right, I believe. Unless he fixed the AI to make it self-right, I don't see it self-righting. Let's see how this match goes. Okay, I'm going to be rushing these explanations for the matches because I have to get this out soon for the people. Kebab and Rolly Bloop had wheel for breakfast after Kebab kept pushing Sheer Void into Rolly Bloop, and Rolly Bloop got stuck upside down again. Kebab wins. After wheeling so much that it's probably better in the BMX and Monster Jam. Unless they fix the wheelie issue. But hey, it's cool in Robot Rumble tier to see a bot wheelie on command. Next up, it's Baby versus Escape B. Baby is made by Drolla. It is a 4-wheel drive horizontal spinner with fork wedge sings. Strength is low to the ground, fast and maneuverable, and a good design in heavyweights. Weakness. Its opponent outed itself, and it didn't really get any good hits in. So it'll be good to see what happens with a better test. And next up, it's Escapade by Shade Array. It is a 2-wheel drive hijinks-like horizontal spinner. Its strength is low to the ground, fast, maneuverable, and destructive. Weakness: exposed wheels that are frail, like Sheer Void, except less frail. Do you get that? Let's see how this match goes. This match was pretty much Escapade versus Sheer Void, except Baby was Escapade and Escapade was Sheer Void. Every time Escapade tried to hit Baby, it just went up that wedge and the spinner ate all those wheels. Yeah. 10 out of 10 match. Let's go. Next up, it's WTF versus Sniper. WTF, or was he thinking of Foxtrot? I don't know, it's gonna make it sound like I'm just questioning this bot in general. It's a very fast Robor. It has a very light weapon, but very powerful drive. Strength is powerful drive. Weakness. Yes, it's probably gonna be uncontrollable. Next up, it's Sniper by Min. It is a very fast bot. Strength is low to the ground, fast maneuverable. Weakness, prone to getting sniped. Let's see how this match goes. Oh my. I am very disappointed. Sniper was dominating, good WTF, until its batteries died. Yeah, not the best way to go. Um, but I'm going to say this. I said there was going to be a Desperado, and Sniper has had two of the best matches here, in my opinion. And because of how much it dominated Whiskey Tango, I'm going to give Sniper the number 1 seed in the Desperado immediately, so it has a good chance to prove itself. That is, of course, if Min wants it. That's for WTF by Sky. Yeah, that was a meh win. It didn't get too many hits in. Might also go into Desperado. Maybe as a high. Not as high as Sniper, but not a very low seed. Next up, it's Double or Nothing versus Hypershot. Hypershot is made by me. It is a front hinge flipper. It yeets bots. Strength is it yeets bots. Weakness, this will be the first time it gets its durability and low ground put up to the test. Its opponent is Double or Nothing by Jordan. It is an Australian robot with a giant overhead on top of a wedge. Strength is hello to the ground, fast, maneuverable. Weakness, can't self-right. Let's see how this match go. Excuse me, how am I winning? I got caught on fire, my wheels got completely destroyed, and yet I somehow managed to flip Double or Nothing and win the match. Yes, I said I was going to keep these short, and that's short. If you want a longer explanation, get someone else to explain it. Next up, it's All Rise versus Press Start. All Rise is a bot made by Midnight Crow. It is a lifter. Strengths is it's good fire fuel. Weakness, it's good fire fuel. If you remember this bot, you remember that it exploded with a Lego sound effect. Of course, that can't happen unless somehow Press Start's flamethrower gets in. It's Press Start's strength is below ground, burn. Weakness, burn. Let's see how this match goes. Okay, that was fun. All Rise got pushed press start and battered it to death. And press start did get some good flaming in. But guess what? Both of these people said that their boss probably won't survive for 4 minutes. They did. Anyway, it's time. Judge Hobo has scored the battle 8-7 in favor of All Rise. Judge Blooper scored the battle 10-5 in favor of All Rise. And I vote 9-6 in favor of All Rise. So congratulations, Midnight Crow. And now I'm gonna have to talk way louder because TV noise is going off. Very nice background. It's Banana Q versus Shrapnel. Shrapnel is known as the bot that almost bet Midnight Star. Its strength is low to the ground, fast, maneuverable. Weakness: part go boom. No. Leave server. And it floaties! Good job, Primal. It's fighting Banana Q by Neon Calypso. It is a two-wheel drive drum spinner. Strengths is does need a wedge to hit, and it delivers big hits. Weaknesses, I don't know actually from its last match. Something. Let's see how this match goes. Shrapnel was getting under, just like the Midnight Star match, and it was getting slightly good weapon shots until the weapon broke off. Then Banana Q flipped it and destroyed one of those ESCs, leaving it on its side. GG's around. Next up, it's Nibbler versus Michael B. Michael B is made by Blooper Spoof. As you guessed it, if it has the word B in it, it's probably Blooper Spoof, or if it's Blade themed. It is a Swiss Army bot. Strengths for the lifter, which is what it's using. Low to the ground, fast maneuverable, and yeet. Weaknesses, untested so far. And its opponent is Nibbler by Midnight Crow. It is a two-wheel drive egg beater. Strength, egg beater. Weakness, everything that you saw happen in the Asian match in its episode, in episode 1. Let's see how this match goes. Michael B dominated this entire match. It kept launching Nibbler, and Nibbler couldn't do anything until it got Malice on its side. Yeah. That was fun. Next up, it's Midnight Star versus X. Midnight Star is made by Jordan. It's a smaller version of Midnight Sun. Strengths, large tooth, hits hard, and very low to the ground. Weakness. It only really delivered one good shot in its match against Shrapnel, so we're not sure how powerful it really is. And its opponent is X by CHB. It is a horizontal spinner similar to Tombstone. Strength, hard, hits hard, and very small and durable. Weakness. Its power could cause it to hit itself. It got close to doing it in its match against Feather Killer, so it might do it again. Let's see how this match goes. Early on, Midnight Star was dominating. It was taking off real pieces, and it disabled half of X's drive. But X must have known that revenge is sweet, and it got revenge for Shrapnel by ultraing Midnight Star, with only half its drive still intact. Good job, X. Good job. Next up, it's the Rustling versus Feather Killer. Rustling is made by Cutie Patootie. It is a two-wheel drive hammer. Its strength is Monkey, Hammer, Go Burr, Low Dustpan. Weakness, it can explode. And its opponent is Feather Killer by Burgerman. It is a two-wheel drive horizontal spinner. Strength, hits decently hard, very maneuverable. Weakness, the weapon is weak in terms of power and durability. Let's see how this match goes. Wrestling was dominating this match, getting hammer shots in, similar to the Jimmy match where it wrestled them, kind of. And then it exploded against Feather Killer. Good job, Feather Killer. Now, I do believe that wrestling is one of the many bots here that should deserve a pretty much instant acceptance into the Desperado. But we'll find out what happens. Next up, it's Blooper Spoof versus the Jimmies. Blooper Spoof is made by Ditto. It is a large horse. It's a large version of. It's a smaller version of Smee with spinners at the top. In this config, strengths. Wheels. Some wheels are protected, and it's very durable. Weakness. Weak weapon. And next up, it's going against the Jimmies. The Jimmies are made by Done Deal Showdown. It is 2 clusterbot horizontals. Strengths is hits hard, and durable, and destructive, and adorable. Weakness. They can uta each other. Let's see how this match goes. The Jimmies were not messing around. They legitimately tore apart Blooper Spoof in so many ways that Blooper Spoof was pretty much, like, the entire back was gone, pretty much. I'm surprised on how long this match lasted, especially with the amount of destruction that happened. Great job, Jimmies. Great job. Next up, it's Small Disc Energy versus Math is Hard. Small Disc Energy is also made by Done Deal Showdown. It is a large horizontal spinner similar to its bigger brother, Big Disc Energy. Strength, hits hard, weapon protects entire chassis, weakness, uncontrollable. And its opponent is Math is Hard by Min. It is a 2-wheel drive deep 6 bomb. Strength, hits hard, weakness, uncontrollable. Let's see who wins the battle of uncontrollableness. Uncontrollableness? Is that even a word? small disk energy was creating over the destruction early on, turning off big parts, and proving why it's so good. However, then Microsoft just removed the entire wheels, and that was it. Yeah, unfortunate. Next up it's Adrian versus Lotus. Lotus is made by Hobo Drew. It is a very powerful flipper. It's powerful, and low to the ground. Weakness. Might not so right on the first attempt. Next up, it's Asian, made by me. It is a two-wheel drive vertical spinner. Strength. Low to the ground, hits hard, weak, and no gyro. Weakness. Not sure yet. Let's see how this match goes. This match was very back and forth. Asian was going under and delivering big shots, while Lotus was delivering big flips. However, one of the hits from Asian tore off the flipper arm, and Asian got high-centered on it. Good game, Hobo. It was a good match, and who knows, we'll see more of Asian, because it's so far proving itself. Both of these blocks have proven themselves to be very effective in combat. Next up, it's the main event. Insignificance versus Polybus. Polybus is made by Hobo Drew. It is a two-wheel drive vertical spinner similar to Deep 6. Strength, hits hard, effective. Weakness, none. Its opponent, Insignificance, is made by CHB. It is a two-wheel drive vertical spinner. Strength, hits hard, very low to the ground. Weakness, none. The winner pretty much confirms her spot in the final round. The loser has to work a little harder. Let's see what this match puts up on the table. This match was so back and forth, however, Drew decided not to judge this match, even though he judged his previous match. Anyway, both bots were dominant, they were controlling each other, they were giving aggression, and overall it was a good match. Anyway, here we are. The judges' decisions. I voted 7 and 8 for insignificance. Bloopers 5th judged 4-11 to insignificance. And Judge 3, being the average number judge, by finding the average number of these two competitors, scored the battle 6-9. First of all, very nice. Very nice indeed. And your winner by a 28-17 decision is Insignificant. That was a good match from both bots. All of these bots had such great matches tonight, and we are ready to see them all soon. Join us in episode 4, where we go over the Desperado. Oh, by the way, the moment you see this part, the Desperado entries are now open. So you can just DM me that you want to, RoboGamer21, that you want to be in the Desperado with your bond. And me and the other two judges will help determine which bots will be in the Desperado. I'm Robo, signing off for Rush Hour. Oh, and I also should explain why this episode took way too long to get out. I was having pretty bad Wi-Fi issues. Very bad. Most of the time I couldn't access YouTube, and even if I did, it would have taken a couple days just for it to come out. Because it would just be shutting down randomly. And I just got it fixed, so, yep, it's finally coming out, baby. So, yeah, hopefully this isn't too big of an issue. Anyway, see you next week, or whenever the next episode comes out, if the Wi-Fi decides to die again. Peace.